There are some very common things that you're likely doing to your low back to try and treat your pain that are making things worse. In fact, every new patient that I meet, when we first sit down and talk and we review the things that can hurt the back or help it, they're often surprised that what they're doing is likely making things worse. One of the most common things that people will do is start stretching their low back. That actually weakens the ligaments in the spine. And when I say stretching, I mean they're doing forward bending, they're doing twisting. That's not what your low back is meant for. Your low back, if we just look at the design of it, and I like to take my patients and sit down with the model of the spine, and I like to show them how the bones of the low back, they're really not designed for any twisting, and they're able to do just a very small amount of forward and backwards bending. That's it. It's a very tiny amount. Most of the movement in your spine and your body is coming from your upper back, neck, your hips, your shoulders, not your low back. So stop stretching your low back. Stretching your low back is pulling apart the posterior ligaments that can weaken them. Stretching also puts more pressure on the anterior aspect of your vertebral disc. That's a very bad thing. You don't want to do that. So stop stretching it. What you do want to do is start strengthening your low back. And for that, I recommend reverse hyperextensions and Superman exercises. And Supermans are very easy. You can get right on the floor of your living room and start doing those. So start strengthening your back, stop stretching your low back. And then lastly, it's very important that you have a good chiropractor. By far, chiropractic is the gold standard for dealing with low back pain and managing it. You want a doctor that's going to be able to look at your entire spine. I guarantee there are other areas of your spine that need to be addressed beyond your low back. Low back pain is never the result of just a low back problem. There's often misalignments in the neck, maybe the wrists, the hips. There's other areas of your body that need to be addressed as well if you want to manage your low back pain and get it under control and live pain-free. So stop stretching, get your back strong, find a good chiropractor.